All the while I was growing up, I always wanted to make a difference. This is just a small part of a story too long to tell within 4 minutes. Anyways, Tuesday, April 19, 2016, I was invited to attend a live concert performance by a personal friend. His name is Zach. Our friendship goes back as far as 14 years. Zach is a very inspirational man himself. He has a story all of his own, and if you were ever to sit down and talk with him, he could tell you story after story that will just amaze you. Currently, he's on tour with Michael Graves. For those of you who don't know who Michael Graves is, well, he's the former lead singer of the Misfits. And Zach, well, he's promoting his album, and that's part of the reason he invited me to hang out with him and the band in the green room at their performance in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. Now, don't get me wrong, I myself would not claim that I am a hardcore punk rock individual because honestly I'm not. But after attending, I do have to say it's an experience that really inspired me for this presentation. More importantly, there was another reason Zach invited me out this night. As I said, our friendship goes back 14 years. At the time, I was a cherry private in the U.S. Army Infantry, fresh out of basic training. And Zach, well, he was already in our unit when I arrived in 2002, and 1 year later we would deploy to Baghdad. For those of you who may have not experienced combat, it may be kind of hard to understand just how close the bond of an infantryman is. Even when our service is ended and the uniform's retired, the bond lives on. The infantryman comes from all walks of life. It is said that the infantry consists of 10% of the total population of the Army. In the active duty Army, there is approximately 544,000 troops, both enlisted and officer, which means only about 54,400 are infantry in relation to the total population of the United States of an estimated 323,394,572. At just over 1.5% of the total U.S. population, it appears as hardly a significant number. It is also estimated that on average 22 veterans commit suicide every day. If we were to put that figure of 22 a day just to the infantry alone, in just 7 years' time the suicide rate would completely decimate the ranks of the infantry. This is the disturbing rate of suicide no matter how you look at it and what reason may be behind it. And now, on to me. I was born and raised in the city of Cleveland, Ohio. A lot of people influenced me and inspired me along my journey. My decisions have proven to mold my life into the man and character I am today, and music has always been a passion and an outlet for me. I have always been an artist and a visionary. I always knew in my heart that one day I would make a difference, not realizing that every step I was taking was allowing my reality to reflect my goals. I registered in a music program at Full Sail to add color to the palette I intend to paint with to provide combat infantry veterans a way to tell their story via multimedia outlet. The reason I have chosen to take this path is because I am a combat infantry veteran. And upon getting out of the military, I had a difficult time establishing a foundation in which to build my empire on. I didn't have access to all the tools I needed when I needed them, and I myself almost became one of those 22 soldiers, meaning our reunion Tuesday may have never occurred. I have comrades who have fallen under this saddening reality, and if providing an outlet for these men who have sacrificed all or more than the average could even prevent just one of those 22 unnecessary suicides, then my journey and endeavors will not be in vain.